What's going on, everybody? Danny here. Grassman Dan. Third channel. Newest one. I'm looking to build stuff in all directions. I'm kind of scatterbrained like that anyways. But this channel is going to be about basically outdoor stuff, southern things. Things that I do, things that I've done. Kind of keep it like a catch-all for everything else that I do. I have two other channels that are kind of really pointed and niche, and this one maybe, but I've got some ideas for several different playlists that I'm going to end up uploading, and this is going to go on Facebook and Instagram too, so if it's confusing to you, this is also going on a YouTube channel, so maybe I'll try to send a link or share a link. But it's Saturday. I've gotten some work done in the shop this morning. Kind of show you what I got going on. Let me flip this around. Hold on. So it's a continuous work in progress basically here. So you guys saw this in a previous video. Saw this setup too. But I found this in the trailer out back, which is kind of back there with a bunch of soaker hose on it. So I cut all the soaker hose off of it, or took it off. And this is my hose reel now, so I don't have to buy one. I like not spending money if I can help it. This is the hose that my father-in-law originally had on the compressor that'll just feed the hose reel. And this hose will go all the way, to the other side of that swing. That's probably 100 feet from here. I don't know. It's a long ways. But, so we got that going. I made a video last week about this. I'm cleaning the shop here. I'm organizing and getting things moved. And it's you know what? When you have a family that collects and keeps everything, you kind of have to find spaces for it. But I made a video last week about this tire. That wrench is in the way. There we go. So I went and bought the Carl Star tire from the dealer that I bought the mower from. They're great people. I literally went up there and they had the thing installed in 7 minutes. They had me build out, and I had a conversation with the guy at the counter before, completed conversation before they were done with it. The mower's back up and running again. This is my Ariens, however you want to say it, Icon 42. Little Kawasaki on here. So I got some ideas for, I do cut several yards with this mower, mine included, right? First zero turn. I bought it because Ariens has a very good price on it, and it has a lot of professional features that most residential mowers don't. So I feel that this particular mower, even being a residential mower, technically will hold up better. It's got a welded deck. It's got the pin system for the lift on the deck. It's got a very sturdy deck lift pedal that's not going to bend over the next few years. These tires on the mower all the way around. There are some compromises when you're paying less for a mower, but these tires on the mower are absolute garbage. They slip, they hold up air and stuff like that, but they're trash. So I've got an idea. These are 20 by 8 by 8. So it's 8 inches wide this way, 20 inches tall overall, 8 inches in diameter on the rim. And I'm thinking they make a set of what they call Reaper tires. And there is enough space back here between the side of the tire and the frame. I may be able to go with a 9. That's only going to be a 1/2 inch wider on each side. And a buddy of mine at work has told me that he's done it before or whatever. There's plenty of stud on here. So if it is trying to hit, I could literally just shim it out here quite a bit. You see how much stud's sticking out, to get enough space and clearance to be able to put a 9-inch wide tire on here instead of an 8 like it come on from the factory. I just hate to waste it. I know that they're trash, and I know that they don't, you can already see this got 12 hours on these tires, and you can see they're wearing already. They're, you know, I mean, when you're paying $4,000 for a mower, there is some compromises, you know. I mean, I could have gotten an HD Gravely, it would have been $8,000 instead of $4,000, or gotten a Zenith, an Ariens Zenith, but it would have been $7,500 versus $4,000. So it's like, you know, until I'm cutting more yards professionally, which I do plan to do eventually, I don't need a full-on commercial mower, whether it's a low-tier commercial or whatever. I just wanted a welded deck, because I'm going to show you my old machines to the side over here. One of them is still a backup, but I've got to work on those. They're both kind of janky right now. I wanted a welded deck. I wanted a Kawasaki motor, because these, you can't kill them. I mean, this is the residential version with this air filter set up, but it's this, the FR651V, 21 horse. This is like the Me Too motor of the lawnmower industry. I mean, it's, everybody's got one. It's because they hold up and they're good mowers, or good motors, I should say. So that's the any kind of update or whatever on the Ariens. It's been a good mower so far. I got an interesting story about this particular mower here in a minute I'll tell you about. But let me go out here and show you this is our boneyard out here. My son has gotten into picking up junk mowers off the side of the road. And I'm going to be honest, these are all relatively new. The red one in the back is his, that he's had for a long time. That was my father-in-law's. But this orange Black & Decker one, and this Black Max, which is just a Walmart brand, but it does have a Briggs on it, they run. And I do not know why folks just throw things away that work. So I'm going to get with my son, and we're going to see if we can get some of these fixed, and I'm going to teach him about making money, right? These are the backup machines. This is the machines that I used before, excuse me, I bought the Zero Turn. They're both Troy-Bilt. This one's got a cover on it because it was my father-in-law's, and it's actually a nice rider. This one is a Troy-Bilt Bronco. It is, it's got very few hours on it. I bought it from a coworker, and he just didn't want to mess with it anymore. It sat around the shop, and I could use it, so I bought it from him. It has got the Intech 18.5 horse overhead valve engine. These can be notorious. Some people absolutely can't stand these. You know, I've had decent luck out of Briggs. I hadn't had any huge problems. So this one has got a busted camshaft. It's got it runs, but the compression release, just like on a lot of these Intechs, if you don't keep the valve clearances checked, the compression release is broke on the camshaft. So I'm going to have to change either the cam or put the motor out of this one onto this one to keep from busting the starter. But it does run, and this one cuts like a dream. I know it's ugly. It's been sitting out here, and we try to keep the cover on it, but my son likes to play with it. So, and then we come up to this one. This is the original machine that I had. You see there? That was like that. The boy just wants to play, right? And he said, see there? This is what happens when you have kids that want to just mess with things. This is my mower. It's not even his. But this one's got the 17.5 horse power built. It's just the Briggs Intech. It just doesn't have the Intech decal on it. But this one doesn't have a broken compression release. It's a version of the Intech motor that I don't really care for. It's good. This motor, I think the solenoid for the starter quit last year. This is the reason why I went and bought the Ariens, but it's been a good one. And but this is going to get parted out, and I'm going to use the bits and pieces on the Bronco, just because the Bronco's a better mower, and it's going to be a better backup in case something happens. But the in the third tractor here in the boneyard, I'm going to make a video all on this. I've got a series of videos coming up called Echoes from the Past. I've got a bunch of old equipment that belonged to my family, and this is one of the pieces, and I'm going to try and make some cool videos on that stuff. But one of the things I'm doing today, I'm working on the backup equipment is not one of the things I'm doing today. But one of the things I'm doing today is my trailer. You can see here I've got pieces of wood screwed to the deck. All right. Anytime I load that thing, that tractor there, the zero turn into the trailer, it fits in there perfect, loads perfectly. But it moves. It moves, it slams into the side of the trailer. It doesn't go back and forth, but it bounces and moves. And I put those pieces of wood in there. Let me switch it back around here. I put those pieces of wood in the trailer to try and mitigate that movement. It didn't. It works kinda. You can strap across the floorboard of the mower, and it won't move. I can't stand strapping sideways across the floorboard and then crunching down on those front caster forks, and I don't like that. So to fix that, there's a channel that I follow called Big South Outdoors, and he had a video up about securing your load. Basically, he is a professional landscape guy, lawn and landscape guy, and this is what they installed in his trailer. It's backwards, of course, but that's a Erickson wheel chock system. You bolt it to the deck of the trailer. You see the picture? Let me see. Aha, there. You bolt it to the deck of the trailer, and you strap around the tire almost like a wrecker. So that's on the agenda today. I'm not going to do any kind of install video or whatever. I'm still kind of getting my feet wet with recording and talking to the camera and things like that and explaining myself. I need to start writing out ideas better too. But that's just a little update today, a little teaser. We're just going to roll this today, and I'm just going to continue on. You got to start somewhere, and this will be the video I start with. Keep an eye on the Dan the Grassman, or Grassman Dan. It's my own channel. I can't forget. I keep forgetting what I called it, but I'll be uploading the stuff. I'm going to make a playlist called Echoes of the Past, and kind of highlight some pieces of my great grandfather's equipment from the farm in Notisoba and stuff like that. And that tractor on the side, it was on my uncle's. It's from the '60s, but I'll see you guys down the road, and I will make as many updates as I can and try to get more and more interesting as I can. I know it's pretty bland at this point, but got to take it as you can. See you guys down the road.